Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to be here with you today, excited to show off this house. I'm Katie Smith. I am a home ownership counselor for Adair. I'm out of the Cresswell office, so kind of Eugenie area in Oregon. And Joe, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, good morning, or now afternoon.
Oh,
Joe Zamko from the Central Oregon branch. I cover a large radius. We just expanded our build zone, which we're super excited about. So, thank you so much for joining us today. We're really excited to cover this beautiful home. And if you check out our website, we've added some additional exterior elevations, which I'm so stoked about because we're really taking feedback from what customers are sharing with us to where we can make sure that we're able to build your dream home successfully. So,
I love that. And I actually think that deserves even just a little bit more mention. So Adair is constantly evolving. If you've checked in over the years, you might see new plans, changed plans, upgraded interiors. And the idea is that we're just looking at what's most popular, what's trending, what do you want? And we're kind of absorbing it into our base packages. And I love that. I love that we're kind of keeping an ear to the market and trying to keep providing what people are generally after. And this house is no exception. This house is one that Joe and I have shared before. Actually, it's a beautiful house, though, so it's worth spotlighting over and over and over. Um, the house that we're looking at is the Cashmere plan, and this is a 3,120 square foot home, single level. It's got the side entry garage as a standard. And the one we're showing you today is actually what we call a signature elevation. So if you are looking on our website, you're looking at our floor plans, you'll see that we always have these kind of pre-packaged exterior elevations for each home. Now, if you were to look today, you will see that signature is not available anymore for this home. And all that means is that we have kind of taken the most popular features of the signature elevation and split it up between some of the more popular elevations, if that makes sense. So signature itself is no longer available, but you could easily take a traditions and give it a signature look or even one of these other options. Joe, sometimes you like to chat about the website a bit. Do you have anything you want to mention while we're looking at this?
yeah, while you're on the website there, I think a couple really nice features is in the top right hand corner, you've got, have questions, ask us. And I really like that because we've got phenomenal online consultants that are there to kind of help support and get you set up with an appointment with a specialist that knows that area in and out and that can really answer questions. So, you may be like, hey, I don't know if this is a good fit for me, or I don't know what kind of timeline I'm at. What we find is sometimes people are a lot closer to being able to build their dream home than they think. And one of the best parts too is we have a partnership with Adair Financial Services, and that is a phenomenal program that I just got an email that we're reducing the contingencies and stuff this morning, which is awesome to give customers more spending capital for their build project. But I think what I really enjoy the most is we have so many resources to help you make the right decision for you and your family. And we have the ability to customize to your liking and to your needs for you and your family. So I think all of those things being said is super exciting. We're still waiting to be able to upload those plans of existing custom homes that we've done. To be able to give people ideas. Sometimes we have people that want to build a 36 by 36 shop. Hey, we can do it. There's a lot of things that we're able to do that may not be on the website. So, if you chat with somebody on online chat with some of our lovely folks through the online consultant department, they will say, hey, let's get you set up with Katie or Joe. They'd be happy to answer any questions, be able to really deep dive, help you understand what the costs are, what's going to go into it. Hey, if you're not in the area, you want to do a virtual, we're happy to do it and meet you where you are with your current situation and kind of build a plan of attack. So that's what I really enjoy a lot.
Love that. Love it. So before we play the video, this house we're showing today, there's a couple of important things to note. So, like Joe was saying, as you're looking at these plans, there are so many options to modify to fit either your needs or your budget or just your lifestyle in general. And that goes for not just the exterior, but the interior. So at this point, Adair can do, of course, one of our pre-engineered plans, which we have, 45, I think, somewhere in that range, just pre-engineered. You get online, they look good, you run with it, kind of a path. We can do what we call a highly modified, meaning you take one of our pre-engineered and you maybe just reconfigure it, add some square footage, move some walls around. And then we can go fully custom, meaning, hey, either you scribbled these plans out at home one weekend and you think they're going to be perfect for you and you want to know a price. Or we can dig, like Joe said, into the archives of custom plans we've done before. So say you're looking at our website and you're like, I'm not seeing what I want. I want a 2-story, 3-bed, 2-bath, approximate this square footage. We'll say, okay, let me dig into our folder and see if we've got something that might work for you. So the house we're looking at today. Oh, go ahead.
Something else to add real quick, Katie, that we discuss quite a bit is sometimes you can make too many modifications, right? And you're better off just going the custom route. So, and that's why, speaking with specialists like myself and Katie, we can sit down and be able to give you, hey, this is what you're looking at. Move this wall, move this, add additional square footage, whatever it is. Okay, maybe that's not the plan for you. And we are going to have your best interest at hand to really be able to, okay, let's break this house plan down versus this plan. Okay, which one's most affordable? Which one is going to achieve what you're looking for? So
definitely. Yep, there's a definite tipping point. I agree. The one that we are looking at today is what I would consider a highly modified. So they started with the Cashmere, but I mean, they had this beautiful property that they bought because of these views, and they wanted their house to just fully take advantage of these amazing views. So they started with the Cashmere, but then they made some pretty big modifications. So we'll look at the standard Cashmere first. So standard Cashmere floor plan. Sorry, I am not tech savvy, so I apologize in advance. So here we are. You've got your garage, of course, over here, side entry. Front door coming up here, right into kind of this massive common space. So great room, kitchen nook. You've got a formal dining, a den right in the door, and then kind of the primary suite wing of the house. So 2 large closets, a big bedroom, and then a big bathroom. You pass kind of your half bath on the way out. And then on the other side of the house, not to leave out this insanely big pantry, but you go through the kitchen to your 2 guest rooms and then a bonus room. And then there's a large utility room on the way to the garage. So it's going to be a little bit hard to see. I apologize in advance, but the plans we're looking at today. So same idea. You're coming here under your porch cover into your front entry. You've got your formal dining. We open it up a little bit. You've got your den, and then this just ginormous common space. So what they did is rotated the vault. So when you come in, you're going to see that this vault line runs straight down the middle of the house from front to back. And then they added a vaulted patio cover out the back. So it just keeps on going. You walk into just this massive wall of windows. It looks like you're looking straight outside, and it's incredible. Otherwise, pretty minor changes throughout here. You'll see as we're going through the video, we converted this bonus room to another bedroom and gave it direct access into the bathroom here. All right.
I'm going to stop real quick there,
Yeah.
Katie. So thank you, everybody that's joined. We got quite a few attendants here, which is awesome. And so if you do have questions, you can go to the chat. We had a couple questions in the chat, which I answered. So, sometimes people are asking inside, the garage and stuff like that, is there attic crawl space or anything like that? I've done some of those with a drop down ladder to where you can have some space up there to store things. So yeah, great question from you today.
That is a great question.
I don't know the person's name, but anyways, thanks for asking that question, because that is a great question. We do have a lot of clients that do, that you want to maximize your usable space, right? So with that being said, with the trusses and our raised field truss system that we utilize, it does give some extra room up there. We would just need to do what we call a custom option to be able to allow for that space up there and make sure it's rated for a proper weight for items. So
Absolutely. And even bonus ready trusses in the attic. So you can do an unfinished bonus room, finish it yourself down the road. Lots
yeah,
of good
that's a
options
great
there.
one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you're monitoring that chat. I almost forgot about it. Okay. So we are going to start the video. And what we will do is just kind of talk through what you're seeing, pause occasionally to catch up on questions, and then give you ideas and other things that we have seen from customers who've done similar plans. So we're going to start with the outside, and typically Joe and I will talk a little bit about site prep and financing and finding land at the end of the video. So we'll hold off on any of what you're looking at here. But one thing to note is that Adair uses all James Hardie siding. So you're seeing a Hardie siding all the way around this house. We now paint. So included in our base package is interior and exterior paint, Sherwin-Williams paint. And then from there, you're looking at a 50-year roof, lifetime windows. Those are just standards within our base package.
We'd be remiss not to mention the standard central AC and heat pump,
Oh,
which is phenomenal. It's really based off the size of the home, which is great. So our central AC and heat pump system just works phenomenal no matter what kind of area you're in. So it's a really great feature. And James Hardie is a concrete composite siding, so it's got a great fireproof rating. Also, with our architectural comp roof shingle, it is a Class A shingle, which is actually the top for fire rating as well. So a lot of great adders there that really make that make it a special quality construction there.
totally. And that's just base package.
Mm-hmm.
I should also point out for anyone who just is kind of joining now, Joe and I are both Oregonians. So we are intimately familiar with the base package for the Pacific Northwest, so Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. However, if you're tuning in from Arizona and you're wondering about stucco or tile roofs, yes, those are options as well. We're just not quite as familiar with them over here. Okay, let's play the movie. Over here we go. Okay. Oh, let's get rid of that music. Okay, I'm going to pause a lot on this one so I can kind of tell you what you're looking at. So we'll start over here in our den. So at the time that the customers built, we were still having homeowners do their own painting inside. So although they had us do the exterior painting, they chose to do their own interior painting. Now, of course, we do that standard. But I have to give all the kudos to these guys because their paint choices are phenomenal. Their home is just beautiful. So you are looking at here just 9-foot ceilings. They did do an upgraded carpet. And then they did an upgraded baseboard. So our standard is about 2.25 tall, and they did what we would consider to be the architectural style. So it's actually 5.25. And then they've got the full wrap trim around the windows, which just is such a statement. I love it. Standard windows though in here. This is what comes standard with the home. And then I'll pause really quick. This is a terrible angle. We'll keep going. They upgraded all their interior doors to that 5-panel. And we have, for interior doors, Joe, we have 4 or 5 options and then just endless custom options. So you could do a solid core or a stain grade or a specific, more of a shaker style. Lots of ways to kind of bring all your design elements together. I know that you love this, Joe, because whenever we look at homes with vaulted ceilings running front to back, you always make note of this. So isn't this mind-blowing? Just a wall of windows.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really shows the quality and craftsmanship Adair does is just that whole windows all along the back elevation of the home for people to capture views. I mean, some of the things that you're thinking, we did mention and talk about windows slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make fixed windows, so then you don't have any sliders. Some people like to be able to have air come in and things like that, but a lot of times people don't open windows, right? So with that being said, you could make those windows fixed in the rear elevation. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people want the windows that go up and down, left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Casement windows that have cranks. So there's a lot of different window options that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But that vault with those transom windows and in that, I mean, it's just unbelievable the quality and craftsmanship that we offer, especially with, at such an affordable price per square foot, base price cost,
Mm-hmm.
and then really with adding some additional character to it, it's definitely a beautiful ad for sure.
Yep, for sure. So what you're looking at here is a luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout. And we use, for our flooring, we use Shaw. So we can do an engineered hardwood, a luxury vinyl plank, a laminate plank, a tile, a sheeted vinyl, and then, of course, carpets, lots and lots of carpets. So to our left here is our formal dining room. And they've carried through that same architectural trim package. They've done these cased openings, which are just classy. And then they added that tray ceiling. So we'll keep it going. The light fixture, though, is one that they provided, and I think it is perfect in that space. Again, painted themselves. This luxury vinyl floor, when they came in, we were doing scratch tests with keys and just seeing, I mean, these floors are almost indestructible. They're amazing and a lifetime warranty. I love them. So we'll pause here. The fireplace was not quite finished when I had this video done, and I'm a little bit sad about it. But they are going to have that thing fully wrapped in cultured stone. So they'll have cultured stone all the way to the ceiling. And then, of course, we'll pull that wrapping off of their mantle. So that's going to be a real spotlight stealer once it's finished in here. Our cabinet shop did those built-ins, but I think we'll get a better shot of those when we turn around. Yeah. So our cabinet shop, Ridgecrest Cabinets, I'll probably talk about them 5 more times before this video is open. But a lot of times people don't realize that you can request things above and beyond just the standard kitchen cabinet. So these guys wanted to have built-ins next to their fireplace. So once that cultured stone is in, it's going to kind of butt up cleanly right next to these built-in bookcases. But Ridgecrest can also do, like locker, storage space ideas, benches, so many things. What am I forgetting? Bookshelves, just built-ins. Just you
Like
call
seating
out.
areas, a lot of people
Yeah.
want like seating areas in the utility room, stuff like that, and places to put your coats, like coat hangers, type styles. Um, One thing too to add here is, we now allow for rough-ins for the pennant lights above the island, and these folks
Mm-hmm.
have provided their own lighting, which I mean is stunning. So,
That's
but
great.
Adair did come out with some pretty great packages with our lighting, which I'm stoked about. So
Mm-hmm.
before we only had kind of that one option, which is our standard, and then we'd have to like customize each individual option, and they were a little bit more expensive. But now that we have these better options, our customers are just absolutely loving it. So
For
one
sure.
thing to point out too is on these cabinets too, we have like on that wall where the fridge is, we've
Mm-hmm.
had people either do cabinets to the ceiling, or we've had people bring a drywall wrap all the way down that is the same height as the cabinet there, um, just so then you don't have that open space in the corner. So everybody's different, everybody's
Mm-hmm.
unique, everybody has a different need, and so that's what I appreciate about Adair is that's what we're here to do is help you achieve that need.
Yep. Absolutely. So what you were looking at here, this is the standard island in the Cashmere plan, and you can see it is massive. Uh, this cabinet that they did is a naughty alder. So our standard would be a beach, um, but you could do almost the same look within the standard package. They wanted a little bit more rusticness, if that's a word, so they added the knots to it. But a shaker style beach with this tobacco stain, that is already included in the base price. Let's keep this going. So they went ahead and deleted the drill holes and standard knobs in all their cabinets so that they could provide their own. And I think it was a nice touch, and it's nice to have that option. Um, so we've got here things you should know about Adair Kitchens. Adair is going to include it in the base price. We're going to provide you with some of the appliances. So we're going to do a 30-inch Whirlpool stainless steel range, microwave hood, and a dishwasher. From there, again, it's just a game of customizing to fit your needs. So we've got upgrade options, or we can delete them and you can provide your own. And then the sky's the limit. If you want to provide a 48-inch range, then just tell us the specs and we will accommodate. These guys did what we call the gourmet kitchen. So rather than that 30-inch range, you can see here we've got a built-in oven with a 36-inch cooktop, and they went ahead and did gas for the cooktop. And then we've got a second oven in the wall over here with a built-in microwave above, 36-inch under cabinet hood, dishwashers over here in the island. Let's keep this going because it's a great kitchen. We don't provide the refrigerator, but we're going to do the plumbing and the plug. So you get your fridge, it's plug and play. And we've got standard cabinets with the exception of, I don't know, we might have to back up just a tiny bit. So
Yeah,
what was
right there is a good look, so then you can actually see the appliance layout right there, which is super nice. And we've had some people, change as far as the sink location, and then we've also made it to where there's, seating, on both sides of the bar. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with our islands and customize them. So that's one thing that you'd want to partner with Katie or myself to really go over. Because, the sky's the limit. If you want all drawers, soft close, we can do it. If you want a cabinet that has a pull out, right, we can make that happen. So we have a lot of different options. And that's what I love about Ridgecrest, our partner with cabinets. And I saw over in the corner, it's like they made a desk almost, or like a seating space.
Back here?
Yeah, back in the left corner over there.
It's a bar area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So generally in this plan, the cabinets would kind of stop right here with this full height, and they just went ahead and extended them all the way back to that back wall. But like Joe was saying, Ridgecrest Cabinetry, look them up, look at their website. They're award winning. I think they were Street of Dreams winners in your area last year, Joe. So we're very proud to be partners with them. And then when you come to do a design appointment with us, we may ask you questions you've never even thought of. So again, sky is just the limit really as far as modifying to make sure it's going to fit your needs. We'll keep going. Keep going. Out of this kitchen.
Katie and I can literally hang out in this kitchen for like literally an hour. So
it's so good. It's so good. And look at that giant pantry. It's mind blowing. We've got quartz countertops in here, and then that really pretty Imser tile backsplash, full height backsplash.
Now, fireplaces, Katie, do you want to talk a little bit about the different fireplace options?
I do. So right now, fireplaces, we can do electric, natural gas, propane, pellet, wood burning. You could do a freestanding wood burning. You could do a wood burning insert. And then fireplaces are another area where we're going to ask you about 50 questions. Like what, how big do you want your hearth? What do you want to be on the wall behind it? Do you want a sitting area? Do you want a blower? Do you want a mantle? So it's just another way to just really customize something to make sure you're getting that look or that vibe or feel that you're after. What do you have to add to fireplaces?
No, that's perfect. I mean, there's a lot of options. Obviously, you can do stone floor to ceiling. You can do tile surround. One of the kind of more unique things that I've had more customers interested in is making it look like concrete. So we have a lot of really nice, cool tile that came out that literally looks like it's concrete, and then you kind of do the grout the same color as the tile, and it really just looks like a big concrete fireplace. We've had a lot of people that want to do shiplap on the fireplace, things like that. So that's pretty popular. Obviously, we have to be careful. If you have a wood burning stove, we don't want shiplap right above that. So,
Sure.
Yep, we definitely have a lot of different options when it comes to fireplace, mantles, seating space, you name it, we can kind of create it. We can do kind of full wrap all the way around the sides. These guys have cabinets there and shelves, which is awesome. But say, for example, they didn't have them there. When you walk in that front door, you would already see the stone on the side elevation of that fireplace and just kind of see that whole thing wrap and come together. So,
yep, absolutely. And then one thing too, as far as fireplaces, those outdoor wood burning, just full wrap cultured stone fireplaces, those have been kind of the hit lately, I would say, since the Biggs pictures came out. So if you're on our website and you look at the Bannock plan and you go to the gallery, there's just this incredible outdoor living area that we've had a lot of people try and kind of.
Can you stop there for a second? I'm curious about that wood right there. Is that an option?
Tongue and groove in the entry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it?
Cool. Yeah, I like it. It looks great. I
So
think it's the first time I've actually seen that. So
there might not have been a very good angle, but coming in under the porch cover, they've got tongue and groove outside. And then of
mhm.
course on that patio cover, so just kind of pulling it through that whole house.
Love
Just
it.
kind of keeps your eye straight outside. It's like you're outside when you're inside.
So, question for you, Katie.
Yes,
Typically
please.
we've got a lot of clients that are watching our video today, and really engaged and really want to know, like, kind of what are we talking like above base price? What do you typically spend on like a 3,100 square foot house?
That is a
Like
great question.
what's a general range? Like, because I mean, at least like in my area, what I find is, depending, because we have so many great standard features that a lot of people don't have to upgrade a bunch. But I always say get the house structured the way you want it, because everything else can change
Mm-hmm.
to whatever you want at any other point, especially if it's, you know, in a house you're going to be in for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what I would say is I usually see 80,000 to about 120,000 on a house like this.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, I
is
would
that
say
pretty
that's probably
feasible?
my norm. Yeah. Uh, these, I wouldn't say this family stayed within my average range. They kind of went above and beyond.
Mhm.
But it's nice to know too, we work with people like myself. I was very budget conscientious when I built with Adair. And then we're also very big do it yourselfers. So the idea, or what's nice to know, is that you can just go base price and get everything you need. Maybe add a vaulted ceiling, maybe, the things that are harder to change down the road, like you were saying. Or
Right,
you can go kind of this end of the spectrum and just like, hey, I don't want to ever have a honeydew list. I'd like to just get it all done right off the bat.
right.
So both ends of the spectrum there. This half bath we're looking at, so in general, in a half bath, we would do a pedestal sink, toilet, mirror. They went ahead and added a cabinet package in here, and then that's their own mirror that they provided and installed. And then the shiplap on the wall, of course, behind was a customer edition. Cute bathroom though. They have
Love it.
great
Yeah.
style.
I like the painted doors too, the color of the painted
I do
doors.
too. I
It's
do
really
too.
nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we are turning
And now
into.
that we've added the paint package inside of our base price of our home spec, it's awesome. So you can literally dictate what you want where throughout the whole entire home, and anything Sherwin-Williams offers, we can achieve. Same with like your cabinets in your house, right? So some people want painted cabinets. We've got the most popular colors inside of our showroom as far as what most people like. But if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, we can do a special option to be able to get the cabinet color that you choose.
Absolutely. So this little niche that you're looking at, this used to be part of the standard plan, and I think we've since eliminated it. But I'm happy to see it in this house because they took it and they built just this painted archway around it and made it just like an attention grabber. And I love how it looks as you're coming through the door. So we're coming into the primary suite. We've got an upgraded carpet, that same architectural trim package. And then look at this bathroom. We will pause once again. So now with our '06 spec as a standard, we're going to do a tile deck drop-in tub here. So this was our '05 spec, I believe. It's been since upgraded slightly. This bathroom does have this standard linen closet in the center. And then they took their tile or their fiberglass shower and upgraded it to tile. And they added that solid surface package in here as well. So tile showers, Joe, what should we say about tile showers? Everything? All the things?
I've had some people do literally a lot of different things. I've had a person do an 8 foot by 8 foot tile shower, and added a couple can lights, a couple benches. I mean, literally the sky's the limit as far as the
Mhm.
size. I actually have a option that I'm working on right now for a client that wanted about a 12 foot long by 6 feet deep tile shower with which is becoming popular to have the soaker tub, the
Yeah,
freestanding soaker tub in the center of it.
yeah,
Kind of cool, unique idea. So if you're looking at homes and magazines and getting ideas and stuff like that, bring that to your appointment. We want to know your vision. We want to understand what you're looking for, and we'll be honest with you. Hey, yeah, that's out of our scope, or heck yes, we can do this. We can get that priced out and be able to get you a good idea of what the cost would be for that. Um, So that's what's really nice there. On
Yeah.
that tile floor right there, we've had a lot of
Yeah.
clients do heated tile floors.
Ooh,
So we do
yeah.
have the ability to do heated tile floors. They are electric and they work off of a little thermostat. So they're pretty neat. So that's a kind of a nice little upgrade and a little added touch. So
Absolutely. And then it's probably a good opportunity to point out if you have ADA needs or wheelchair needs, we can do curbless showers, we can add grab bars, we can widen doorways. So also options for kind of meeting those ADA requirements. They've added a bench here, cute hexagon floor, standard niche was at 1x1. Then we've got the water closet here separate, and this plan has a pocket door standard for the water closet. Okay, headed straight down the hallway to that primary suite. So we've got massive walk-in closets here. One really big one and then one big one. Adair's going to do this standard shelf and pull all the way around. If you have dreams of just a monster closet organizer or maybe an island or something you want to provide yourself, we can absolutely delete this and give you that clean blank canvas to work with. Or we could double up and do 2 rows of shelf and pull. There's that second closet. And then this bedroom. So
I
bedroom,
heard those are the hers and hers closet, and somewhere else there's was that the
there's
I
like
think it was in the bathroom. You know, you called that a linen
a
closet.
linen closet. Yeah,
My wife would say that's my closet, and those two
I
closets are hers. So
I'm totally on board with that. I like that. So here we've got this tray ceiling again, like they did in their formal dining. They did standard window on the rear wall, and they added some small windows kind of above where their nightstands will go over here on the side. In this bedroom, if they had wanted to have massive windows again, or even a multi-slide slider, or some way of just kind of like they did in the great room, just maximizing glass in here, they absolutely could have. Love those tray ceilings.
yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's like a double drop down tray.
It is, yeah. Turned out great.
I've seen a lot of the ones that have the single drop down trays, like
Yeah,
maybe like 6 inches.
that really deep.
Hmm. But I really like that the character to that one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Just another epic shot of that kitchen and that great room. Those windows, just every time I see this, just catches me off guard. Like they just did such a great job here. Okay, so we've got, since we're walking by these cabinets, that crown molding at the top of the cabinets, that's standard. But then, like Joe said, you could go to the ceiling, you could do open shelves, you could change anything. This pantry, this is standard what you're seeing here. All the shelves are standard, the size is standard. Had they wanted to do cabinets and countertops, they absolutely could have. Or even if they wanted to leave it empty for their own kind of design, they absolutely could have. All right, so we are going to head into, this was originally the bonus room. It is now bedroom 4. Good size room. Only difference between bonus and bedroom is that we've added a closet. Got a standard window in here. 9-foot plate height again, I think makes just a lot of difference as far as how the room presents itself, how big it looks. This is a custom option, and we'll see this from another angle, but generally this wall would just extend all the way to the door. So they kind of made some revisions in this bathroom to allow for a door from the bonus room or bedroom 4 directly into the bathroom.
Which I love that. I mean, because it's almost like a dual ensuite,
I
which is great. That actually becomes more and more popular for people that are aging or just in general. I mean,
yeah,
if you have a guest staying from out of town, that way they don't have to go to the hallway to be able to access the bathroom. They can just access it directly from the bedroom into the bathroom, which is super nice.
totally. If I went to stay in this bedroom though as a guest bedroom, I'm afraid I'd never leave. We've got this guest bathroom. So even though they shrank this vanity up a bit to allow for the door here, it's still a good sized vanity. We still have a 4-foot vanity. They did do a solid surface countertop on there again. And you might notice that they've done different cabinets in the kitchen versus the bathrooms. And I love that. It worked really well. This bathroom has a standard massive linen closet. So those bypass doors, that's all shelving behind there. And then I also really love that the toilet and the shower are in a separate room here. So we've got standard fiberglass tub shower combo, uh, standard just kind of bath accessories. Of course, they could have done tile in here. They could have done a soaker tub with tile walls. They could have done just a fiberglass shower. So again, just lots of ways to customize it to make it fit your needs. Plumbing, so we use all Moen plumbing fixtures. Brushed nickel is our standard. They ran standard in this bathroom, but absolutely there are other options, other styles, other colors and finishes.
When you talked about the 9 foot plate height, I do want to add Adair does offer additional plate heights that are available. So you can go 10 feet, 11 feet, 12 feet, whatever plate height you really want to do. Just make sure you upgrade your doors to 8 foot tall doors. So if you do go to like a 10 foot plate height, get all your doors, because otherwise there's a huge gap, between your doors and the ceiling, and so you kind of want to make that look the best you can. So, and we'll help you with that. We'll design that. We'll show you examples of homes that we've done, and we, Katie and myself, have tons of videos, tons of virtuals that we've done on beautiful homes that have been customized. We have some that have been all the way standard featured homes, all the way up to fully custom homes. So we definitely have a bouquet of options for sure.
That's true. That's true. We never get tired of looking at houses. So this first of the guest rooms, we've got just your standard egress window over on this side, standard closet with bypass doors, and then of course their fun paint here. And this is a good sized room, and I just love that architectural trim package around the windows and the closet. Just adds so much character. We've got those 5 panel doors again, and then the second of the guest rooms, same thing, same size window, same size closet. Just a good usable space. Fun fact, that house you could see out the window was my house. These are my neighbors. Okay, so this laundry room or utility room, this is a giant utility room. And the way it comes designed is just as an empty room. So of course we're going to give you plumb, plug, and vent for your washer and dryer. Otherwise, we're going to say, hey, what do you want to do with this space? I mean, do you want to leave it open? Do you have your own furniture you want to put in here? Do you want to have us design you a bench or storage lockers, or those kind of drop area cubbies have been really popular. So you're coming in through the garage, your kids throw their backpacks in here. Dog washes in this space have been really popular, but kind of the sky's the limit, just maximizing on the space based on how you're going to use it.
The dog washes have been really popular.
I love the dog washes.
I've had people just do like kind of tile surround and then just like a fiberglass pan. Just toss the dog in there, get them all scrubbed off, and that's been super popular over here. We do quite a bit of those, and it's nice because that utility room is so large that you have the ability to do that. I've had some people add an additional mud room, that comes in off the rear elevation of the home. There's a lot of different options you can do, and some of our plans do already have a mud room at the rear elevation of the house that you can create that option. So,
yep. What you are looking at here is once again a different cabinet than we've seen in any of the other rooms, and this is a standard cabinet. They kept that shaker style but switched up the stain in the wood. Standard laminate countertop, standard backsplash. They added what we call our enhanced utility room cabinet package, just meaning we're saying, okay, the best way to maximize on cabinetry in this space is this design. And they went that route. So they've got cabinets over their washer dryer space, folding countertop, lots of storage. We have to pause here. So this massive, just again, the whole purpose of them buying this property was the views that we'll get a good shot of. So just keeping that vault line, following it straight through the house so that your patio cover isn't really impeding your views. It's not really eliminating a lot of daylight, or it's just kind of enhancing what you've got. They did that tongue and groove. They've got the batten board and the gable. Of course, we can do more of like a rough sawn, like a crow's foot design, or more of a farmhouse design, or whatever matches your vision or your facade. And I think it is almost over. I'll let it play through one more time while Joe and I just touch on site prep and finding property and when to talk to an HOC, and then we'll be out of your hair. Where should we start, Joe? Site
It's kind
prep?
of mean when you say that because I don't have any hair.
That was,
So
that was,
that
yep,
was unintentional, I'm
I
sure, Katie.
apologize.
Yeah, site development, man. I think that's one of the most important key components. So you've got three costs when you build. You've got your land, your home, and your site development. Now you don't need to own land to come talk to us, so keep that in mind. We love sharing our experience, what we've been through. The value of the company. We've been around since '69, so definitely been through a lot of different adventures along the way. Um, so site development, like I mentioned, you have three costs when you build. So what things are things that get subbed out are going to be excavation, utility trenching, any steps, decks, driveways, patios, in addition to wells, septic, and permits. So those are kind of your main bucket of things that are outside of the base price of the home. Okay. Now, we do partner with some phenomenal excavation companies that can do it as a whole full meal deal, and they kind of take care of all the site development for you. Okay. We also have a phenomenal program, which is our turnkey, where literally you turn it over and say, hey, Adair, let me know when the house is done. And we price it all out for you as far as all the site development work. Now, we've changed our spec, which is nice to allow us to be more hands-on with the project to make sure that things are on track and successful during the process. So that includes the paint, interior and exterior paint, site cleanup. Oh my gosh, that was my least favorite thing to do ever because I built an Adair house as well, and I about cried every single time. So I'm sure Katie did the same thing, but she has like a really fancy tractor. She's got like one of those big like John Deere tractors that
Is a bald faced
carry
eye.
so much site cleanup stuff. So that's awesome. So we take care of the site cleanup. We take care of the dry-in. So there's so many things that we do now that we didn't do before, which is awesome. And it just adds so much more value to the quality of our build because we're able to control those items. Um, and then really, then you got the price of the home, right? Which is the base cost of the home. So, you know, when it comes to the base price, we have very nice finishes throughout the house. Now you can, hey, if it's your forever home rental, hey, if you're an investor, we want to talk to you. We got a new investor program that we're rolling out. If you're looking to put a couple duplexes on a property, or hey, you've got 8 or 10 lots and you want to build them out. We deal with investors, and we want to be able to make sure that we're able to help you, with your investment opportunities, whether you're going to flip them at the end or whether you're going to use them as rentals. We've got some good programs available for you. So I think that covers a lot of the site development and kind of the components of it. I'm going to toss it to you, Katie, so then you can talk about our phenomenal partner with Adair Financial Services.
I will. Before I get there though, I'll say a lot of times people call and they're like, "Do you have land for sale? Like, where do we start? Do you have the land? How do we get the ball rolling?" We do not have land for sale. However, we have realtor partnerships. So you would call and be like, "Okay, here is what I'm looking for. Here's the area," and I would say, "Great, I'm going to connect you with my realtor partner in that area." I would like to mention that our realtor partners come about by customer feedback. So when we're hearing the same realtor's name over and over, like, "Oh my gosh, she worked so hard for us. She was so great. She found exactly what we needed," then we just latch onto that person. We know that they're going to protect you when they write the offer. We know they have your best interest at heart, and we feel comfortable referring them to you. So your realtor is going to go out with you. You guys are going to find the land. A lot of times people are like, "Well, that is scary. I've never developed land. I don't know what I'm looking for." We'll give you some kind of general ideas or generic ideas, and then your realtor is going to be an asset to you too. But then we want you to make an offer with a due diligence period. And we want to utilize that due diligence period to put together a site budget, come out and get boots on the ground and make sure this property is going to work for what you need. So before you're locked into it, we want to come out, reassure you that it's going to work, or let you know if we have concerns. And just once again, kind of let you take advantage of our expertise or our experience to ensure that you're buying the right piece of property. One thing to note, and I think this is a good segue into Joe's topic of Adair Financial. So, if you are working with a construction loan, your construction loan is intended to pay for the land, the site prep, and the house. There's zero down options or up to 5% down options. A lot of times, I would say common misconceptions. People come to us and they're like, "How much cash do I need to have up front? Do I have to buy the property out of pocket? Do I have to pay for building permits out of pocket?" And the answer is no. Adair Financial is easily my favorite program to work with right now. And I would say you don't have to have a pre-qual to come talk to us. You don't have to have land to come talk to us. There's no prerequisites to starting, getting the ball rolling, or just having a discussion to find out what a build entails and if it's the right fit for you. However, if you're watching these and you're like, oh my gosh, I'd love to do this, but I just don't know if now's the time or if I could qualify, you can go to Adair Financial's website and do a soft credit pull application. So they will tell you, okay, without dinging your credit score, we can tell you today, here's what you're qualified for. And you might say, great, that's exactly what I need. Or you might say, okay, I've got a little work to do, and they'll tell you how to achieve those numbers and that score or that debt to income that you're looking for. So it's never too early, I would say, if this is something you're considering long term or short term, to just get a game plan together. And then your HOCs, Joe and I, and also Adair Financial, we are here to help you, get those stepping stones in order so you know where to start and what to do.
No, that's perfect, Katie. And I think the partnership is so valuable, and that soft credit pull is a phenomenal feature because there's not really anybody else that offers that soft credit pull where it literally just takes a look at what you have on your report and based off the income that you provided, and then bam, we're able to say, hey, this is what you qualify for right now. After we see all the documents and all that good stuff, and you want to proceed based off the dollar amount you are pre-qualified for, then we can go from there. So I think that's a huge, huge thing. Another thing to add to the realtors, Katie and myself partner with real estate agents in our local area that know land in and out. Okay. So if you're talking to a realtor, make sure they know land because there's a lot of things if they don't know land or how the process works with land. There's a lot of different things outside of just selling a home or things like that. So we do have specialists that know land in and out and can help and support with that. But probably the most valuable tool when it comes to the partnership with the land, we get our superintendents on site. Okay. And our superintendents are the most valuable folks in our branches outside of myself. I mean, Katie. And the purpose is they're so great at going out to the property, discussing home placement, talking about where to bring utilities in from. You may have questions on like, gosh, I want to capture my view. How should I angle my home? What should I expect for site development costs? I mean, where's my power at? Where's my, is there septic feasibility? I mean, we get really into the nitty gritty and go deep dive to really find all the information possible so that at the end of the day, you're making the right decision. And that's what that due diligence period is for.
I like that. And I think to your point of there being three essential costs, the whole idea here is that you know what you're spending on the property. We're going to come out and look at the site with you. And I have one right now where we're okay, power's coming from 1,200 feet away. We're going to have to bore under the road. Your site budget is 130,000, for example. So then they have two of their three numbers. They know their overall budget. So they can now say, okay, like I have $250,000 left for the house. Do I want to look at houses within my budget, or do I want to stick with my dream house and look for a new property? And the idea is that we're giving you all of that information in that feasibility period.
That's a great ad for sure.
I think have we covered everything? Have we talked? I mean, we love to talk.
I think we nailed it all. I mean, I hope everybody really enjoyed this video. I mean, what a beautiful home.
It is.
Just totally well designed. Just the craftsmanship of it. By golly, that whole back wall is just a sight to be seen. And but you can see, but you don't really tell a huge difference when somebody changes something out in the utility room and goes with standard countertops and standard backsplash. It's like all I'm still thinking about is the rear of the house and
Right.
where everybody's going to be hanging out, right? So
Still a
like
beautiful utility.
the places that people spend the most time at is going to be in that great room, dining, kitchen, and out in that back patio cover with a nice fire pit. And I mean, you can just see that's just the perfect paradise. So very impressive.
I love it. Yep, they did a great job. Okay, well, I would say we'll call it. I'm not entirely sure how to log out though, so we might end, we might not.
Well, thank you all for your. Are we gone?
No, we're we're still on, I think. Yep.
Well, thank you everyone so much for your time. It was a true honor to work with my partner, Katie, and we had a great time discussing this home with you today. Don't forget, go to our website, adairhomes.com. Go ahead and take a look. We've got great floor plans. We've got great uh, consultants that are ready to answer some questions and get you scheduled for an appointment. Hey, no cost, no commitment. Let's just have a conversation. We want to understand you and your goals and your needs, and we're here to help and support. So, again, thank you. Katie is a legend. I'm the backup. So, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. All right, we'll see you.